Hey everyone. So today we're going to go over a quick lesson on the differences between ampersand, the concatenate function, and the text join function. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what these Excel functions are, how to use them, and when to use them. So the first one we're going to go over is the ampersand function. It's a very simple one where you basically are combining two different cells. Say you want a cell that reads Stephen, or you have two cells that read Stephen, first name, last name, Mendoza, and then you want to, instead of hard coding, say the full name of Stephen Mendoza, you can actually have an Excel function that's super simple to use that joins the two different cells. So the formula string is down here. And remember, the ampersand function is good for quickly combining 2 to 3 cells when you want full control over the spacing and formatting. So the formula output, if you follow the string below, it's equals B4 ampersand quotation marks. You can do a quotation marks slash like whatever's in between these quotation marks. You can put a period, you can put a space. Basically, it's what I'm trying to show you is like Steven space Mendoza, and then you do the ampersand, and then you put C4. And now you have a formula output that reads you Steven space Mendoza, and you can do something simple like Steven dot Mendoza if you wanted to. Now let's do something a little bit more complicated in the concatenate function. Now let's say you have your first name, your last name, and say your instructor, and now you have everyone's grades. If you want a new cell or new column that reads what the student name is and their grade is, well, you can do that with the concatenate function. So let's kind of go through this together. And again, the formula string is down below, equals concatenate B13, basically my first name, quotation marks, space, last name, and then this dash right there is basically what you want between the first name and the last name. Dash, what is your grade? And then that's basically text. And then you would enter quotation marks, comma, what cell you're referencing it to, A plus. And then why use the concatenate function? It is cleaner than the ampersand when combining lots of cells or adding fixed text. So let's go through this together. Equals concat B13 quotation marks space quotation marks. You can do C13, which is your last name, quotation marks dash grade, comma D13. So what do you have now? Stephen Mendoza got a grade A plus in class. Now, if you change your grade here to an F, it will auto change your formula output cell here. Sweet. Now we're going to go over the text join function, and we'll go through 2 examples. And when do you use the text join function? You'd really want to use it because it's great for checklists, subjects, or a to-do list. Now, let's say we have let's say we're playing around with these cells. So we have 3 different subjects: subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, math, science, and English. And now let's say we want to see what they would look like together. So you have this formula string of text join. Let's kind of work through what the output would look like together. So equals text join, quotation marks, comma, quotation marks, comma, true, comma, and then basically what is the text that you want? Let's go ahead and highlight this entire set of cells. And now you get everything together: math, science, English. You see it's a lot faster to use than saying equals B23 ampersand space, comma, or sorry, space, quotation marks, ampersand, C4. Like you can basically just highlight this full set, and then you can figure out what do you want in between them. This first portion here, the quotation mark, comma, quotation marks, is what you want in between each of these cells. So if you want to instead put a period, you can put math dot science dot English. It's really yours to kind of play around with. I think text join is a lot more quicker to use. So I'd recommend that if you're using for things beyond just first name, last name, or 2 different cells that you're trying to merge. Now, if we looked at one that was horizontal, let's look at now doing it vertically. And text join function is superior to use. And again, we're using text join functions because they're great for checklists, subjects, or to-do lists. So now let's text join these tasks here. Read the chapter, take the quiz, complete the assignment. And in between each of them, let's actually have, instead of a comma or a period, let's have a delineator here, a straight line, and we're going to follow the same Excel formula. So equals text join. Let's do this straight line, true. Ignore the empty cells, and then let's go ahead and highlight these 3 cells. Bingo. Now you have your formula output of your responsibilities. Read the chapter, take the quiz, complete the assignment, all in one cell versus having them in 3 separate cells here. So hopefully you all learn now a little bit of the differences between ampersand, concatenate, and text join.